Please read the disclaimer. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, money makers. A massive change from the controller's office. Yes, I know the controller's office is very sexy. For US banks regarding crypto that could be game changing for the crypto market for XRP. We'll give a little bit clarity on the Clarity Act. I know you're interested in that as well. And we'll talk about the current price action for the crypto market, XRP, Bitcoin, what's happening there. All I ask from you is that you give me a beautiful smile to send out those good vibes. Smishity smash that like button. Let's try to get 2,000 likes on this video. We haven't got 2,000 likes in a long time. I'm going to sit back and relax while you're smashing the like button. Okay, that's it. That was enough. Currently, XRP is sitting at $2.16, down minus 2% on the day. Wait a second. Wasn't all Twitter, X, and YouTube yesterday saying the bear market, the pullback is over? Only little sweet old Avi was like, wait a second. Hold your horses. Yes, we had a nice bounce off of the CME gap, but we have seen in the past that even when we closed the CME gap, it didn't mean that the market was going to go into banana zone. No, that's not what happened in the past. So there was no reason to think that that was going to happen. One green day and everybody was getting, a little bit too excited, premature excitement. You never want to have that situation. If you do, go to a doctor. But no, it's okay. It happens to everybody. We saw a situation, right? And the crypto market pulled back there. Bitcoin, went all the way up to almost 94,000, pulled back to 90,000, right? So 90,000 during this morning or night, depending on where you are around the world. And now we're seeing the recovery off of that. If we go and we look, there still is some assets that are, moving big. Some are in the red. But for the most part, the past 24 hours have been good for the crypto market. Like if we, go back 24 hours, we were around here at 89,000 yesterday morning. So we're in a better situation than we were yesterday, but the peak yesterday evening was higher. So again, this is day-to-day movements, day-to-day situation. The greed and fear index is a little bit higher. Interestingly, for the stock market, it dropped all the way down to 9%, yet the S&P 500 is down 4% from its record high. And it's in extreme fear, right? So I don't know what's causing this fear. I'm not in the US, so I don't know what the people in the US are feeling. But in general, the gauge is there. It's not just, what's happening in the US. But you can see here, US stocks future slide as Wall Street awaits NVIDIA earnings. Is it all about NVIDIA? I don't know. Right? So it's a weird situation, and we'll continue to see what's happening. It could be, and we've talked about this, that this could be why we're seeing such fear is because of the Japan situation. Then Japan's 40-year government bond yield surges to 3.697, its highest level in history, as market prepare for more stimulus. Again, this is not a great situation. You don't want more stimulus. You don't want governments printing more money, right? And so maybe that is creating the fear that maybe we'll have another, Japan carry trade sell-off or something like that, maybe unraveling like we had about a year and a half ago in August of 2024 when the market sold off there significantly because of the Japan's government raising interest rates after a long time where it was at zero. And then we saw these, cascading sell-offs and things like that. Maybe people are fearful of that kind of situation happening again. I'm not sure. But again, I'm not feeling the fear. Again, that maybe this is just me because I've experienced, real fear and real stuff that you should be fearful from, that I don't understand why the market is so fearful right now when you have, XRP at 216. If you would have told me in a year ago, year plus, a year and a month, when we were at 50 cents, that we would be at $2.16, I would be like, yeah, right? Of course, if you tell me when we were at 360, I would be like, no, I don't want to be back in the $2 range. Same thing for Bitcoin, right? If we go back, a year ago, we were at 60,000. Well, now we're at 90,000. Ethereum is a little bit of a different story because it has been, up and down, but about a year ago, it was around 2,000. Now it's 3,000. So yes, it is down from the high, but we've seen, pullbacks. This is part of the market. The markets have pullbacks. It's not surprising. The only thing that's surprising again is the reason for the pullbacks, which is, again, I think I have my theory of the post October 10th aftermath, which I think is affecting the crypto market, because we're not seeing the stock market in the US be affected by this. Okay. So there's a lot of factors. Of course, the crypto market, the stock market, they're not the same. But again, this is a situation that, again, I am not seeing why. I know why, but inside of me, my brain says, I know why the markets are pulling back, but my heart is saying, I don't understand why. I don't understand all this fear. And that's a situation that is making me confused, but I have a plan and I know what I'm doing, and I know what I'm doing short term, and I know what I'm doing long term. Again, this is just what I am doing. This is just my opinions, what I am seeing in the market. Of course, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Okay? Always do your own due diligence. Also, remember that I will never contact you on social media telling you to sign up to anything. I won't DM you. I won't follow you on any social media. Please be very careful out there. There's a lot of imposters and they're trying to fool people. Be very careful out there. Okay? Oh, also, there's the Telegram group, free and open to everybody. If you haven't yet joined, it's a community, another community that we have been growing there. We're almost at 500 people there, so it's open to everybody. Come and join and be part of the Telegram community. And we have their extra stuff, right? So it will be very interesting to see what happens. Now, when I saw this, I was like, whoa, right? Any news that comes out of the controller's office is very sexy, in my opinion, right? Just that word, comptroller, right? It's very, it's interesting. So the big news that came out of the controller's office, right? You can see here, the OCC confirm permissible bank activities related to paying crypto assets network fees, sometimes referred as gas fees, right? So basically, according to Eleanor here, it was only 2 years ago that prudential regulators warned banks that directly issuing or holding crypto assets on public or decentralized network was highly likely to be inconsistent with safe and sound banking practices. So much is changing. So not only are they not telling you not to, they're saying, yes, you can have crypto-related assets if you need to pay network fees, right? So this is a totally shift in the way that the controller's office, not controller, comptroller, is shifting, right? And when you go and you look at this, right, and you say, wow, like just 2 years ago, it was kryptonite, right? And now they're saying, yes, you can, if you need it, you can hold it, you can use it, right? And so, I've stated this before in the past. When banks and when regulators, in general, when big money, they have guidelines, they have permission from the government, from the agencies, and they know what they can do and what they can't do. If they see opportunity for growth and gains, they're on it, right? Why wouldn't they be? But when they're not sure and they say, hey, this is highly likely to be inconsistent with safe and sound banking practices, of course they're not going to be anywhere near it. But when the government totally shifts, it's a new day, right? And now we're getting more juices in Washington regarding the Clarity Act. And Eleanor here with a funny pun. She says, some more clarity here on the Clarity Act, right? Pardon the pun. The Clarity Act and the Crypto Market Structure Bill are the same thing. The Clarity Act was passed by the House in July, and the Senate has been working on its own version, which is what Senator Tim Scott was referring to below. The Senate version is largely based on the House bill, but is being tweaked by Senate Agent Committee overseeing the CFTC piece and the Senate Banking Committee overseeing the SEC and illicit finance piece. We saw a bipartisan discussion draft released from AG last week, and we're still waiting on it from the banking. Keep in mind, we've actually already seen 2 drafts from them, but they were both GOP led. This next one is expected to be bipartisan. Once banking releases its bipartisan draft, markups and votes in both committees are expected earlier next month. The 2 versions of the bill will then be merged into a single legislative text, which Chairman Scott has indicated he wants to bring to the Senate floor early next year. Once the bill passes the Senate, it will go back to the House for final approval before heading to the President Trump's desk. So yes, don't expect the Crypto Market Structure Bill, Responsible Financial Innovation Act, Clarity Act to pass until 2026. Keep in mind that the 43-day government shutdown contributed to the delay. So we're probably not going to get the Clarity Act until next year. But I think we're pretty clear on what is a security and what is a commodity for now, right? The SEC has given us a little bit more guidelines. And we even have, Coinbase CEO says back in DC for market structure legislation. It's been a lot of great progress since I was here, which is great to see. And so the things are moving, right? But again, the almost month and a half government shutdown is delaying things a little bit on that. So again, the more clarity, the more openness, the more that the government, shows the market or the big money what they can do and what they can't do, and regular Joes also. And it's not just big money, but I think that retail is. It's not the same animal as these big monies, these institutions, these companies. They work under a different umbrella, right? So retail does many times stuff that it might not be correct, but when a big company does it, and I know big companies also do shenanigans, right? But they're under a bigger microscope, I think. I hope. So it will be very interesting to see how today plays out after the nice movement yesterday, a pullback here this morning, how the market plays out. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Do you think that yesterday was the bottom and we're never going to see Bitcoin under 90,000 ever again? The gap was the support level, and now the crypto market can finally get its footing and start recovering a little bit? Or is this just a continuation and we'll see Bitcoin drop to 70,000, XRP under $2, and maybe we'll need to wait till first quarter of 2026? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to check out my website where you can sign up here to the email list. And we have, of course, our partners if you're interested in signing up and taking advantage of these market movements. Link is in the description down below. I will get a commission because these are affiliate links. So thank you for that. And again, you can always join the Telegram group, which is free and open to everybody. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. See you later.